Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Hope you all had a great day. Hope you all had a great Valentine's Day. It's truly Valentine's is red for me today, sadly. And we'll get into everything I done today, the trades I took. I did take 2 trades, and basically I broke all the rules today, and that's the main reason for this red day recap. There should be no recap today because I shouldn't have even traded, but maybe it was FOMO, maybe it was wanting to get green today because I had that big red day yesterday. I a few things, few lessons learned today basically, and hope you learn these lessons as well, and hope they help you going forward so you don't make the same mistakes with actual money. So let's get into it. So there was a couple stocks we were looking out, not anything decent out of the gates, but there was one stock. I think it was one stock was RKAD. I believe that was the stock. So it might have been this one. It made a bit of a move, but I think it was Arcade. Yeah, I think it was this. But as I said, I think it was this one. But as I said, anyway, we didn't trade it. It was a stock that we was potentially looking at. I think I've actually got the ticker wrong. But anyway, that one's not a big deal. The main one we was looking at, we was keeping an eye on was Solo. As you see, Solo yesterday made a big move all the way from, basically the $1 entry mark all the way up to, by the end of the day, around the 570. So made an absolute massive move yesterday. I didn't trade it yesterday. Even a bit of volume after hours and pre-market, so we was keeping an eye on it. But the one thing to notice, there was even by coming to pre-market, there was something like over 1 million shares going into it. So I was looking at this, and as you said, we got this big flash up. It pulled back, it went up, and I was interested in, doing a little dip by, but we didn't get a big candle, and then we got this big candle here. I hesitated. This was exactly what I was looking for. I thought we get this. Ideally, I just want the one red candle, as we see here, but we got this little flush down, but then we got the big flush down. So it's kind of 2 separate candles. It's a little bit awkward. I hesitated. It looks like it pulled back to the 9 EMA here. On my other charts, it looks slightly different for whatever reason. But yeah, I slightly hesitated, didn't pull the trigger, and this is what we look for. Pull back if it's strong. If it fails, we get out for a quick loss. We shouldn't hopefully experience one of these big drop in these washouts. But this was one of the opportunities, and I missed it. So when we had these ones, I don't like this doji candle. Doji is an indecision between the buyers and sellers, and then so I didn't really like this pullback. We then got this big green, and then we got the big flush out red. And I was thinking about this one again, but once again I hesitated because of we had these 2 red candles, we had this indecision. Yeah, we had the quick pop, but I thought that would pretty much be the high of day. And it kind of was, but it would have worked. We could have bought down here for instance, roughly, let's say the bottom of this candle was 630, and we could have sold into a pop up to, into the 640. So 10-15 cent potentially, a very small scalp. This was the one I should have traded on. We got everything I was looking for. We got the overextension, we got the pullback to the EMAs, and then we hope for a surge up again. So yeah, I hesitated here. I was really thinking about this one, but due to this reasons, I didn't pull the trigger, and basically that was it. It then halted, as you see. This is a halt. It halted down. It kept going down, and that was basically all she wrote. I don't know what happened afterwards. Yeah, it kept going down. It had a bit of life again. It popped back up later on in the day. I said I haven't been watching this, and it's come down afterwards. But that was one of the places where I missed my entry basically. Maybe this because sometimes a 2-minute candle makes it look better, or even the 3-minute candle can sometimes. But that's basically what we're looking for. As you see here, this pullback and then bang. A lot of people will buy the pullback highs, but as you said, my strategy right now is not to buy it as high because I don't want these big washouts. Yeah, so we missed that one. So we was sitting around, and there was a lot of quite a lot of stocks kept coming on the scanner today. FUV, Solo, GSUM. GSUM was another one we was keeping an eye on. We said it made a big move yesterday, and this was just a stock once again today, where we also missed a couple entries. It wasn't a stock that was in play, out of the gates basically, but I was keeping a little eye on it because it made a move yesterday, so potential continuation, and I think it was round. Yeah, it was here basically. Yeah, it was basically on this candle here. This is the only time I was really interested in it. It said I'm waiting for the pullback, so a lot of we didn't get many opportunities here to make a pullback. As you see, it was quite these candles, grinding up. You could have bought here, a little bit of a flat top, 1 minute make the new high, and it surged up. You could have kept buying it. Then it had the pullback. Then we had the 1 minute to make a new high again. It had a big move, but we never, as you see, we never had these big flush candles that I was really interested in, even here and everything. So it was one stock, but I just couldn't find my entry on it. That's one downside to this strategy is there are times where stock will just go up, as you see here, up. You don't get the pullbacks, but you could buy the 1 minute to make the new high, set the stop at the low of the previous candle, and keep riding the wave up. That's just not my strategy right now. I've been doing quite well with my dip buying strategy when I apply it to the correct stocks, as I didn't today, which I am going back to show you my trades now. But these were the ones I'm basically looking at. So as you can tell, balance is now at 666.11 cents. We're down 36.56 before commissions, so after commissions we're basically down $40 for the day. We traded, so we go to order close positions. We traded SORL and FUV. So Solo was, I believe it's a car company. They make electric vehicles, and FUV is basically just in the same sector. I think they also make cars as well. But the first trade I took, as you see today, my trade order history, start time. I don't know. These were a few cancelled orders. I don't know why they're missing. Not sure why it's done that. But anyway, yeah, I'm not sure what they exactly are. But look at my first trade here, and the time's mixed up as well. Anyway, the first trade here. Oh, it's not showing the. Why is it not showing my buy entry? So let me type this in. We've got it here on the chart. It's showing the tickers anyway. So SORL. It was around. I'm going to bring up. I'm sorry, it's not showing you. It's showing you my trade aggregate. Buy at 319 and sold at 302 basically. Yeah, so that's what we've got here, 302. Yeah, so and here 319. Yeah, so basically this was around 10:31. So I had been in the market for over 1 hour, not made any trades, missed out on a couple opportunities as you saw for Solo, and I missed out on a couple on FUV as well, but I'll talk about that in a second. So basically, got to about 10:30. I was just about to shut up shop, trading for an hour, not getting anything, and I was really happy with how everything was going. I was happy that I wasn't rushing, didn't pull the trigger on some trades, didn't try to force it. Really happy with my patience, and then for whatever reason, SORL come on scanners. It come on the scanners here at 10:11. It come on the scanners again around 10:25. And then we got got increased volume, which I was looking for. Got this big surge up, and we got the big washout. This isn't the type of dip buying a strategy that I should be applying this to. And this was just a big error. I remember buying this stock because I just basically, I think in my mind it was kind of like I took the trade for the sake of it. I hadn't traded today. I thought, oh, I'll take a trade. It was so bad. Do not do this. And look, I bought at 319. It hovered around I actually hovered around about 319, 320 for quite a while here. And I even said to myself, my stop is at the low of this candle, which is 315, right here. So we draw the horizontal line. Look at that, 315. That was my stop. What happened is it flushed down. I should have sold it at least by 312. For whatever reason, it then gapped right down. The next minute had a big drop, and I sold it at the low of day. It actually looks like it halted going back up, maybe, or no, there's just no volume. I sold it at 302. An awful trade. Do not copy this. This was so bad. I shouldn't have been in the trade to start with. So the strategy I'm applying to, which is called a dip buying strategy, we want to trade stocks that are gapping up in the morning, or ideally gapping up in the morning, showing a lot of momentum, showing a lot of volume, showing a lot of strength, going up. Then we get the pullback. That's where I want to buy, or buy the washout for a surge up as well. So trying to buy low, sell high, buy the dip, sell the rip. This was a dip, but there was no way to know that this was a strong stock. There's no volume. It's come on the scanners twice. People looking at other stocks. It was just a bad trade. As soon as I got in it, the volume died. You know, not even 5,000 shares, 1,300 shares on that candle. Yes, we had a bit of volume here on 26,000 or whatever on this one, but it's still not good enough. You know, 100,000 we want ideally, or over 50,000 at least. So it's such a bad trade. I guess so. This is what happened. So I was done, completely done. I turned off my trading platform. I left the chat room. I was fine, and I was just about to record this video when my boy woke up from his nap, and my girlfriend, they came in the room. And sadly, I don't have my own office right now, so I couldn't do the recap. This is why it's a bit late today, and I've been out since. So so what happened was, I thought, I knew Ross and that was still trading in the market, so I loaded up Warrior Trading. I loaded up everything, and what do I see? You see all the time I actually tried to sell Sorrel, but I just didn't get filled on the arse. So what do I see? Oh no, it's got it there buy. It's really strange. It's got it there buy. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe because of the symbol. I really don't know what's happened. Let's trade 0. Yeah, so I loaded it up. Really stupid. Once I stop, you've got to stop. So I see FUV. FUV has been making moves all day. I missed a couple opportunities on this. As we see, where are we going? Start of the day here. I don't know if this was on the gap scanner. I don't think this was. Solo was on the gap scanner, yeah. We're looking at Solo. This is like an automotive service business, and you see it started to gain momentum, moved up. We get a big surge up. This is the halt, big surge up into a halt here, and then it kept grinding. There was no real clear entries. You know, yeah, this was so it zoomed up. We got no pullback once the volume started to come in, and even this was at some. You know, we got little movements here, but nothing amazing. So nothing really to work with. Then we got the big volume, the big moves, got halted. I could have bought, but I said I actually saw the halt on this, and I could have bought it, but as I said yesterday, I weren't going to trade halts anymore. This one would have probably worked, surprisingly. This is what I look to do for halts just right now, is normally buy into the halt, so we would have bought in at 520, and oh no, sorry, the halt would have been around 565, and this went up to a high of basically 592. I would have sold into a quick pop there up for 15-20 cents, so that would have been a winner, but we don't know they're going to open higher. And you see we've got the big flush down. As I was watching this, I saw this red candle, and I thought, and speaking and listening to Ross and others, we probably would expect a little bounce, because stocks travel. They don't just travel straight down normally. They might go down, but they travel sort of in waves, up and down, up and down, up and down. Especially a strong stock. And we see we got this up, we got this down, we got this up. Then it went lower, and I thought that's it. But then it surged all the way back up. So even on these ones, I didn't want to buy these big dip candles on here. Nevertheless, as you said, it's not. Is it not showing my trades on here? Where's my trades? It's not. See, this is not showing my trades. Why is this not showing my trades? Yeah, basically, you see here. So FUV was coming up. Sorry guys, I don't know what trade zero's playing with here. I'm gonna just load up my Excel sheet quickly, just because I've got the time roughly 10:52. So you see here on my sheet, saw all FUV at 10:52. So 10:52. So you see an hour and 20 minutes into the market. This is what we got. So 10:52. We're right around here. So basically, this is what we got. This was the one time as I saw this strength coming back up, I bought. It's not shown here, but I purchased at what does it say? I purchased at 537 basically, and sold at 517. So what I saw here is I saw this big surge up, and to be honest, it's not the worst. I kind of thought it could go back to high of day, which was around the $6 mark, and I thought it might break the 550 mark, but it still wasn't the best trade. And as you see, so we got the big pullback, and this isn't even the best red candle. You know, this is not what I'm looking for. This was still a bad trade. I shouldn't have been in the market. So this is it here. This is the type of candle we look for. You see this big, thick red candle. It's a solid red candle. It's almost a washout. So it started there, it washed all the way down. There's not really a grinding, drew anything. So you see it had a high. It opened here. It went up. It went down. It closed there. No, we want this thick. This is kind of what I'm looking for on a strong stock. And this actually would have worked if I probably came in 10 minutes later and traded this one. You see, look, this is the idea on a strong stock. We get the green, green, green. Forget if we can try and ignore this bit, but we get this big green up, we then get this big washout red candle, and then we get back in for the pop, because ideally this won't travel a lot further. But yeah, I bought here, and then as I said, I bought at 537, which was around this mark, probably top of the candle, and I sold there at 517, as we see. And that was it. 2 trades I shouldn't have been into. 2 really bad trades. 2 trades that do not even fit the category of the strategy I am trading. And a very frustrating day. Tomorrow is Friday. I'm going to take it easy. I will trade if there is a trade to make. I've got to get back on, the consistency. My trading, sadly now, if you look in here, my trading has been very, since the 29th of January, we started to turn in these nice, consistent trades, doing the dip buy strategy, trading more stronger stocks. But recently, as you see, these last 3 trades here have just been absolutely awful, especially these 2. That one was an awful trade. These other ones were kind of whatever. That M-bot was actually the misclick one. So, really, if you took that out, I had so many green trades over red trades, so starting to build that confidence. To be honest, I lost that confidence a bit today after yesterday, and today is just a stupid mistake. I think in the end of the day, it come down to emotions. It come down to having a big red day yesterday. It come down to missing out on trades on the stronger moves today to start with, even though they weren't the cleanest setup. That's why I was kind of happy with how I didn't take a trade, and I thought I'd come back tomorrow and see it. But them trades I took were absolutely stupid. And once I took that stupid trade on SORL, and then I was done, and then I even come back, what was I doing? I thought I learnt my lesson from a couple of days ago when I'd done that. So anyway, that is today's recap. Hope you enjoyed this. Please don't make the same mistakes. Have a strategy. Trade the strategy on the strongest stocks. Don't try and see the simmer pattern on a stock that's weak or grinding down, or even later in the day, because the momentum's in the morning. Yes, we get these moves up afterwards, but most of the time the momentum's in the morning, and we want the stock to be a bit volatile, and we want the movement. So anyway, red day recap, red Valentine's Day for me. let's hope we can end it on a green Friday. End it with, going into the weekend. Sadly, we don't trade Monday. I'm from the UK. I can't remember the exact reason. You US guys will know why. I can't remember the exact day. I don't know if it was President's Day or something. But you've got some holiday, so the market's not open on Monday. So hopefully we can get green, and we'll be back at it back at it tomorrow, and then back at it on Tuesday afterwards. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you appreciate my honesty. I said this is a real money account. I am a beginner day trader. I'm sure there's stuff to learn from me. I'm sure there's stuff to, stuff that's probably obvious to some of you guys and not obvious to a lot of you guys as well. And, I think you realise this once you start trading real money. People say the hardest thing about it is managing your emotions, and I'm starting to realise it more. I do have a poker background. The money doesn't even bother me. Actually, even I said earlier to my missus, losing this money has no... it doesn't bother me. What bothers me more is actually the green day, red day, if that makes sense. I know that's up in money and down in money, but I just want to get them green days in. I don't care if I make $4 or 8 cents or whatever it is. I just want to get them consistent green days, build that database, build that confidence, or so let's say I do 100 dip buys and 68 of them are successful and 32 of them are not. I'll have massive confidence that this strategy is going to work, and but I have to apply it to the right stock. So I'm on a tangent now. Anyway, I'll leave you there, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Hope I'll see you tomorrow, and take care. Bye bye.